What's going on, guys? Jared Sports Cards coming at you with another video. You guys know this is my favorite video of the week. I say it every single week when I film this video. I'm going to be taking you through what you can expect for retail hunting this week. Some new releases we have on the horizon, the values of each product you're going to see. I want to preface, before we get into the video, I'm going to be referencing secondary market value. I'm not here to promote reselling. I really am only doing it because the higher the value in the secondary market, the higher the value of the singles are. And the lower the value in the secondary market, the lower value the singles are. So it kind of gives you a nice idea of if you were to open the box, you know, how much additional value are you getting per se than just buying it at than just the retail value. All right, so got that out of the way. Let's get into the video. It's gonna be a long one. Sit back, relax, grab some popcorn. Enjoy this video. It's gonna be a long one. If I look up above the camera, it's because I have all my notes here. Like I can't remember all this information, so you know, if I'm looking up, I'm just looking at my notes that I have. All right, guys, so you guys know how this starts. We always start with the hottest product, you know, the hottest sport per se, and that's obviously going to be football. There's 4 football products. Well, really 3. With 1, we have questions about. Well, 2 we have questions about. 2 guaranteed are going to be dropping this week. So let's get down to business. You know, we always start with Select, and this is the one we have some questions about. So, last week, blasters are selling about $60 to $70. Same exact thing this week. Some are actually dropping to $50. That's because they put all these blasters out, last Friday. So the values, is going to go down. Of course, fat packs are about $25 to $30, down about $5 from last week. They were like $30 to $35 last week. And mega boxes are $85 to $100. Last week they were pretty much like $100 flat, and now we're seeing them drip down to the 80s because people are trying to cut each other for sales. So that's what we're seeing from Select, but I have questions about it because I think Select could be over. Usually, on average, products last about 6 weeks on shelves. That's how long they're sold for in retail. We are already at week 6/7 of Select. So we had mega boxes drop in week 6. And then blasters and hangers drop on week 7. So instead of everything dropping on week 6 together, they split it up into 2 weeks, which kind of makes me think they could be done with Select. Obviously, that is not guaranteed. We could totally see Select, Friday drop on Target or in Walmart, wherever you're getting your Select football, which is mostly Target. We could be seeing it off the shelves, starting this week. It could be over. I could be totally wrong, but it hit that sixth week of shelf life. They didn't drop, any more mega boxes week 7. They dropped blasters and hanger boxes without dropping them week 6. So you could just say it was left over from week 6. I worry that Select football is over in terms of dropping. So look for an increase in price. I think we're going to see a short-term, steady price right now because everybody's getting in their blaster boxes. Everybody's going to be getting in their hanger boxes. Everybody's going to be getting in their mega boxes. We are going to see a very, very steady slowdown of price here. It's inevitable at this point. And so just kind of look for that. But then I think as we get into the season, Select's going to kind of go back up because it's not going to be on the shelves anymore. So look for that to be the end of Select. Again, nothing's guaranteed there. We could still see it, but just keep that in mind that the average, shelf life is about 6 weeks, and this is already into week 7-ish without mega boxes dropping on week 7, but dropping week 6. So keep that in mind. All right, the next product, we'll go to the other product that has some questions, and that is 2021 Contenders Draft Picks Football. They were supposed to have blaster boxes. They did not drop last week when they were supposed to drop. Pre-sales on eBay were going for about $165. There have been no more pre-sales of blasters on eBay. Therefore, we're not sure if this retail product is going to be dropped. We will see. I assume we'll see in the near future if it's actually going to be dropped. So keep that in mind that potentially won't be dropped at all, or we could be seeing it roll out within the next week, maybe 2 weeks. So keep that in mind when you're kind of thinking about 2021 Draft Picks Contenders Football, something we may or may not see in retail format. Hobby's out, but retail format, we're not sure yet. All right, so 2 guaranteed products this week. Chronicles football. This is going to be week 5 of Chronicles football. We've seen blasters absolutely tank. They opened up at about $115. They're all the way down to $35 to $40 right now. They are very prevalent at Barnes & Noble, very prevalent at Walmart. So keep that in mind when retail hunting for product. We can definitely see some of the stuff like that, taking a big hit. Chronicles mega boxes are about $90. They opened at $250. They went down to $85 to $100 last week, and they're kind of chilling around the 90 area. They were more $100 last week, so we could argue they kind of took a $10 drop, and they're kind of sitting at 90. I say the lowest we see them go is maybe 80, and then when season starts, I assume they're going to kind of come back up. So make sure you're just aware of that. That Chronicles Mega Bucks is kind of decreased in value, but we could see them go up. And then of course I didn't report on Chronicles Fat Packs last week, but if we are gonna report on them, the resale on that is about 8 to 12, or I should say the value, and that's about 8 to 12. So you're getting a little additional value there. But definitely if you find a blaster box, that's gonna be your best buy. It kind of all evens out. It's $4.99 for a fat pack. So if you buy 4 fat packs, you're getting $20 extra value max. When you're probably the same thing with a blaster. So it's really up to you what you want to buy over one another. I tend to like the blasters, but again, up to you. And then Score Football is the last football product we're obviously going to be seeing this week. Last week, blasters were 45 to 50. They opened up at 130, 150 pre-sale, popped down to 50. Last week, we saw them really trend towards 45, and now they've definitely taken a hit. They're going $30 to $40, mostly around 30. I've seen some have sold for like $39.99. I think like 2, so I added 30 to 40. We're seeing most of them $30 to $33 range. So keep that in mind when Score, actually took a pretty big percentage hit for something that is really tough to, like, usually when something hits the 40 mark, it's really tough to go down from there unless it's like baseball. So the fact that we're already seeing Score at $30 and it's only week 4, we have 2 more weeks of Score dropping. So we're going to see what ends up, we're going to find out what ends up happening with it. But just keep that in mind that you're running the risk there of Score dropping below 30, which would be the first football product we see drop below 30 in a long time, in a long time. The only thing, the only sport we've seen drop below 30 is baseball, right? And so, something to keep in mind there. That's it for football. 2 guaranteed products are at least going to drop this week at some stores. And then, 2 potential products that we'll see. No new football releases as of now, other than that 2021 Contenders Draft picks, if it does indeed release. All right, let's get to basketball. That's going to be the next hot commodity. For this video, we're going to start off with NBA Donruss basketball. Blasters are only selling on the Panini website for about $55. That's exactly what they're going for resale value. So that's really the only place you can get them, eBay and Panini. They're not selling them in stores. The only place you can get Donruss in stores are Gravity feed boxes, exact same value as they were last week, simmering around $150. And so then you can also get the fat packs at CVS. I think they retail for about $5.99. Could be wrong on that. Could be $6.99. They're mostly, same thing. They actually went up in value since last week, about $15 to $20, mostly around $15. They were about $13 last week, so they went up like $2, give or take. That could just be the margins there, but mostly trending around 15. So that's something to keep in mind. If you do like basketball, check your local CVS. Maybe you'll find something. But yeah, blasters just on the Panini website. The big boy for basketball, of course, is going to be your NBA Prism basketball. Not too many changes, which is not surprising. We haven't seen too many changes within Prism in general in the 6 weeks, or this is actually week 7. If it does release, this will be week 7. This is another product that we run the risk of not dropping at all. Again, it went through its 6-week period. This is week number 7, almost pretty much week 8, really, because we skipped a week in there. So we could definitely not see Prism. Prism did not drop last week. It did drop in like Walmart and stuff like that. So we'll see if it ends up dropping this week. It's really up in the air. Blaster boxes are about $120, down $5 from last week. I mean, some were selling $130, so you could say down 10, but they were really trending around $125 last week. Now 120, kind of right back where they were before this Target hiatus, this Target in-store hiatus. You do have some going for 100, so it is kind of showing if they do drop one more week, I see their value kind of going down. If they don't, then I think they'll stay around this 120 area for a couple weeks and then maybe go climb back up. Prism's the gold standard product, so it's not going to lose. It's not going to tank in value. Hanger boxes are about 100 to 110. Last week, they're going about for 120, so they did lose a little value there. Some have been selling for under $100, but that's just people trying to get, quick sales and cutting each other. And then you have cello packs are about $45 to $50. Last week, they were going for about $40 to $45, so these went up. Some were hitting the 50 mark last week, and so we could kind of predict this was going to go up. So yeah, $45 to $40. Some are hitting 40, but for most part, they're going up. Again, that's just people, trying to price cut. And then I've never reported on a mega box, but they started at about $250. They're all the way down to $150 right now, so $30 more than a blaster box. I'd say if you have the opportunity, go for a mega box, definitely. Because you get that $30 extra value for, I think the $20, it's like you pay $20 more or something, maybe $30 more. You're getting a little bit value. So technically, percentage-wise, the blaster has better value for cheaper retail, but I think the mega box has some pretty valuable cards in terms of just ripping it. So I think the mega box could be your way to go. Then, of course, that new release that we saw last week took a hit as expected, though. So Contenders Basketball, this is the third week it's out. It was at $75 value last week. We're already down to $35 to $45, and that's before people get in their orders from online Target. So I would be worried here. Contenders has been seen to be a very slow product. People weren't really fans of it when it came out, and now people are realizing, this isn't the best product for me right now, and so we're definitely going to see that price potentially hit under 30. Again, we've never seen a basketball product hit under 30 yet. But this could be this and Score could be the first two products of, Score for football and of course Contenders for basketball that I can see going under 30, which is a little bit concerning from a collector's standpoint and a hobby standpoint. But yeah, a little concerning, but yeah, I can definitely see that happening. So that's it for the two big sports. Let's get into the smaller stuff. We're going to hit UFC. We're going to hit soccer because that's something that you guys were passionate about. And then we're going to hit baseball to end it off. UFC blasters, they actually went up, guys. They were $45 to $55 last week. They're up to $50 to $60. That is because they released in less targets this week, just from what I've seen. Now, I have no exact proof that happened, but just from people retail hunting saying they had UFC last week, but not this week. This could be shown that because more boxes are getting open, that means there's less supply. Therefore, we're seeing boxes kind of go a little bit up, $50 to $60. They're not selling them online at Target. It is just in store. And so that lack of, first, the lack of knowledge that they're still selling in store at Target is contributing to that, in my opinion. And then, of course, just UFC is not the hottest of products, but it still went up. It's a Prism product. Prism, products are always going to hold their value there, and less people have access to them. So, it's a hotter commodity right now. All right, so that's for UFC. Let's hop into soccer really quick. I'm going to talk about Mosaic Soccer. It dropped last week. I'm really counting it as a new release this week, though, because it really only dropped in a few places last week. I think Minnesota and parts of the Midwest it dropped. So this is the first countrywide drop of Mosaic Soccer. They're going for about 40 to 45 with some at 50. There's no past history of any Mosaic Soccer product. I mean, obviously, other sports that had Mosaic, your products are going to be higher. But again, this is soccer, so we're going to see a lower tier value. It's really tough to say where the trend's going for this. It could stick around 45, 50. We could see it go lower. And then when it stops, being put on the shelves, it could go higher. So it's really tough to tell with soccer at this point. But definitely keep in mind that Mosaic Soccer is an option in-store only. They do not sell Mosaic Soccer online. So if you want some Mosaic Soccer, try your luck Fridays at Target. That would be my guess. All right, so let's hop into baseball. We have four products that are out right now, and then one that has been officially discontinued. All right, so top Series 1 tins are still rolling at places like Barnes & Noble. I've seen some at Walmart. Those are reselling for about $20 in value. They were $20 to $25 last week, really around the $25 range. Now they dropped back down to about $20, so look for that. And make sure when you're bidding on eBay, you're not bidding on an empty tin. There's a lot of empty tins selling, which is interesting to me. But people are buying them, and so make sure you don't get those confused. Make sure you're getting a box that is, filled tin if you are bidding on eBay. Of course, you have Diamond Kings. That's going to be your second biggest product for baseball. Obviously, your Bowman, which we're going to get to next, is your biggest product. So Diamond Kings baseball, you're looking at about 20 to 25 resale. Did not change from last week whatsoever. They were trending about 23 last week. Exact same thing here. Some 22, 21, but it's like practically the same as last week. And hanger boxes, exact same thing as last week again, $10 to $15 in resale. Again, trending towards that $10, which is the exact same thing we saw last week. Not surprising to me whatsoever. I think this is where the flat line is, and then when they stop putting out Diamond Kings, we could see it go up a bit. So keep that in mind. And yeah, I think that's the trend we're seeing, just flatlining. All right, the big The big boy for baseball we're going to get to here, Bowman Baseball. So Bowman Blaster Box is selling about 30 to 35. Same exact thing as last week. They were trending near 33 last week. Now they're trending to $30, so they did lose that $3 value, but it is showing they're about to flatline in terms of what we're seeing from trend. So expect about a $30 to $35 resale on these Bowman Blasters. Fat packs went down almost 50%. They're about 7 to 10. Last week we had them at like 10 to 15-ish. So, I mean, 50% in terms of like the max from last week and the minimum. You could say 33% diminished from 15 to 10. And then, of course, we have those were the fat packs. And then, of course, the mega boxes were reselling at 60 value last week. Now we're at 45 to 55. So we did see a tank. We had over 100,000 drop on target last Friday. So look for that number to tank as people kind of get their boxes in. A lot of people are, expecting them June 9th. It seems to be the going date, so make sure you look out for that in terms of Bowman Baseball. I think it's great value if you can get one at $30. I say buy it. I say open it, maybe hold it. We cracked one on the channel, and I think it was great. So really up to you what you want to do with your cards, of course. But I think the Bowman Mega Boxes have a lot of value. All right, last product here for baseball, last product for this video. We have Topps Heritage Blaster Boxes. Nothing at all has changed. We have 20 to 25 resale. Again, trending towards a 24, exactly like last week. Hanger boxes, okay, maybe we did have a little change. They were actually trending toward 15 to 20 2 weeks ago, then 10 to 20 last week, and now they're just strictly at 10. Like they are selling consistently at 10, some $12, but really consistently around 10. And then you have fat packs at $5, down $3. They were at $8 last week. Back to $5 now that they're back in stores. Expected, nothing crazy here. And then the discontinued product is Panini Donruss Baseball. It's officially out of stores. You shouldn't be able to find fat packs, blaster boxes, etc. Prices have stayed the same, 25 to 30 for those blasters, $8 to $11 for the fat packs, and the hanger boxes are just about 15 to 20. So no real change there, guys. My tier list for what you should prioritize retail hunting this week. Prizm Basketball Mega Box is going to finish number 1. Prizm Basketball Hanger Box, number 2. Prizm Basketball Blaster Box, number 3. I think the Hanger Box, you're spending less money and you're getting about the same value as you would getting a Blaster Box in terms of secondary market value. Again, which means the singles price is going to be higher. And then Select Mega Box would be my 4th option, followed by the Chronicles Mega Box. If you can get the Select Mega Box, obviously, I'm really wary about them releasing. I think could be over. We'll see, guys. I'm going to leave you there. Have a great day. Make sure to subscribe. Drop a like down below, guys. Announcing a massive giveaway next Monday, so I'm super excited about that, guys. Have a great day. Peace.